Hey, babes. Thanks for tuning in to Too Hot to Sip podcast, where the tea stay hot and ready to be spilled. Babes, did you get the chance to follow this podcast yet? No? Then what are you waiting for? Go ahead and do it now. I don't think you want to miss out on these crazy topics. Also, you can follow us on our social media. It will always be listed down below in the description box. Okay, well, stay tuned for this new episode today. Bye. Wow. Hey, what's going on, you guys? What is going on? Listen, your girl was going through. Okay, if y'all don't know, a girl do live in South Florida, and the storm and the flood by where I work was so crazy. And I know some of y'all seen the news, so I don't really have to say too much, but it was so crazy that my job, we leave at 5 p.m., right? And literally, I left the job around late 9, late 10, because I don't really remember, but I know I made it home around like 11 something. And baby, what a drive. What a fucking drive. Last year was not as bad as this year. And you know what? City of Hollandale need to do some shit. They need to figure out some shit. If they need to talk to goddamn my area, North Miami, to figure out, okay, why y'all never flood? Baby, they need to figure it out because that was ridiculous. There was ours that is literally high, top tier luxury stuck in water. Literally, the water was up to their window, okay, halfway of their window, like literally, and stuck. God, I was shocked. Okay, child, I have never. And thank God there was a clear way by my area for me to go down south for me to make it home. Baby, I had to take it slow though, okay, to make sure that my car did not get what is it, like turned off or have issue in the water or whatever. But anywho, I wanted to really discuss, guess who's back? Guess who is back? Yes, Candace Owens. As y'all see in the title, Candace Owens is back. Okay, I did not see that she was back because she was back like 3 days ago. She had posted her very first video 3 days ago. But since I was not following her personal channel, I didn't know. I was following her channel from Daily Wire. But you know how YouTube does. It always suggests stuff that you have seen previously or something close to it. So I did watch a couple of Candace Owens' video when she was in Daily Wire. So I guess YouTube finally circulated and had me see that video this morning. Let me apologize now to you guys. My allergies have been acting up, so I will be coughing a lot. So I'm gonna try my best. But if y'all hear a little cough here, please forgive me. It's my allergies that's been acting up. But anywho, so Candace Owens is back, and I think I'm just gonna play a little bit of what she said because there's a point she made that I really wanted to discuss, right? So let me play this here so you guys can listen.
Apparently, I've missed a lot. Welcome back, guys, and this time it's just Candace. So obviously, we have to address the elephant in the room. It would be so inauthentic. It would be so not Candace if we did not address the elephant in the room. And there's really just no way that we can pick up where we just left off. You know what I mean? We can't avoid it. The answer is yes. President Joe Biden did, in fact, poop his pants in front of the Senate. Everyone knows he pooped his pants. You know he pooped his pants. I know he pooped his pants. But especially us moms to toddlers, we know what went down. It's an unmistakable, undeniable squat. I think the most telling part was Joe Biden's face. Jill Biden looked over at her toddler, and she just looked like a disappointed mommy. She gave the, "You have got to be kidding me" here, now, didn't I tell you to go to the bathroom before we got into the car? But that, of course, is not the only elephant in the room. I kid, there is a much bigger one, and we will address that too. You know, for me, my podcast, I describe it as just talking to my friends on the phone. That's what it feels like. I don't even feel that the entire world is listening. I kind of am just like, hey, oh my gosh, did you see this? This is crazy. I just read this crazy book. Oh my gosh, what does this mean about our government? It's corrupt. It's like talking to my family on the phone. And then we kind of sort of find out that the entire world is listening when all of these hit pieces are being written about me. And I'm like, oh, I'm being spied on. Why is somebody listening to our private conversations? So yeah, when I found out, really kind of sort of definitely with the rest of the world, my show had been unceremoniously canceled. It was upsetting. It sort of felt like you're talking on those old school cord phones late into the night and like your parents are sleeping and then you think they're sleeping. And then suddenly your mom picks up and she's like, yeah, this conversation is ending right now and you're grounded for 2 weeks. It's over. Deeply, deeply upsetting. I think also something that was strange is that when most people leave their jobs, they just sort of leave their jobs. It doesn't really become this global news story where everybody feels like they have to comment. Yeah, a worldwide Twitter trend for an entire week. Crazy. I want to say this. I genuinely, my entire life, I believe that you should always aim to split amicably, whether that's in a relationship, whether you're in the midst of a divorce, which I hope never happens, or whether it's just leaving a job. I mean, why else would we put years in anywhere if you did not want that relationship to end amicably? That should always be the thing. I want you to know that wherever you are going, don't put in years somewhere and then have it be a messy split. I also think it's the right thing professionally not to speak about why you are splitting or what's happened. But I was shocked, very shocked, and I'm sure you were shocked as well, when no sooner was the split announced than Andrew Clavin just was like, hey, it's me. I picked myself. I'm going to be her crazy ex-boyfriend. Just like a bizarre tour he went on. He felt like it was his duty, or maybe somebody knighted him. And said, you know what, Andrew, this is your duty to go around and to just smear Candace Owens. Say whatever it is that you want about her. And there's a piece of this that everybody's missing, and I do want to talk about that. I think Lauren Chen really summed it up, or at least pointed to it on Twitter. She sort of said, you know, what's really missing in all these conversations with Andrew Clavin is, are you guys recognizing that he's basically saying she was really nice to him? There was nothing that she did from a personality perspective. Yeah, that is kind of the big part that I think a lot of people are missing. Lauren Chen is correct. I was nothing but kind and nice and warm to Andrew Clavin for years. I describe as a very good working relationship with him, as I do with everybody. It's important to me to always represent myself professionally, also to always be nice and check in on people's lives. And just a few weeks before this, Andrew Clavin was sitting across from me on backstage asking about my kids, asking us how I was doing, talking to him about the fact that I had had a surgery. I had been walking around in a boot just a little prior to that because I had a surgery back in December. And I think that is just, I don't even want to say it's strange, more than strange. I think it's dishonorable. You know, a lot of people go, why do all of these young men follow Tristan and Andrew Tate? Why don't they follow people like, Andrew Clavin? I've really spent a lot of time trying to understand how it is, and I think this was just recently announced that someone like Andrew Tate has become the third most Googled person in the world. That was recently announced. The third most Googled man in the world is Andrew Tate. His brother, they are from the wrong side of the tracks. How do they gain a following of so many young men following them? I think that one thing...
Alrighty, so that is pretty much like 6 minutes of Candace Owens, and it's a lot more. If you guys want to listen, I will leave the link down below so you guys can listen to the conversation a little bit more. I guess she goes into a deep dive, well, not too deep, probably ankle deep, into what she thinks and how, things went and why some of the co-workers that used to, be her friends and et cetera, was talking bad about her. What I wanted to discuss was more of the aspect where she's like, when you at a job, you should try to leave at an amicable, I don't know how to pronounce it, but at a good standing, okay? Please do not make fun of me that I cannot pronounce that, okay? That literally tripped me out. There's some words I can't really pronounce that much. So, anywho, to leave in a good standing. And this is where I disagree with Candace once again. I would not, because, again, look at all the effort, according to you, that you put in trying to build a relationship with your coworkers, showing mutual respect to one another, ensuring that if anything happens, you went directly to them and try to fix things. And what did it get you? It gets you where your friend, quote unquote, your coworker, quote unquote, that you thought was a good, person, a good colleague, a good person in general. I don't know if I said that already, but it got you to where the point is no one literally stand for you, right? Like you just said, no one fact checked what this guy said. Where is he getting the fact that you was anti-Semitical or something like that? Basically against Jewish, okay? Like, if you can never say anything bad about Jewish, because for Jewish people, they are literally the best people on this planet. They never do wrong. They're always right, and et cetera, et cetera. And they have this arrogancy upon themselves. And I don't know why, because it's so weird. You would think Black people were supposed to have the attitude that Jewish people have, because we have suffered much longer, and let's be honest, continue to suffer through it, than the short time of your tragic history. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that what you went through was less than what we went through, but the simple fact is there is a group of people that went through the same shit, if not, but actually went through worse shit than you guys, right? For how many years? It's not like 20, 30, 40, 50, 500 years and plus, right? And I feel like if they can speak on Black people tragic time and don't give a fuck, everybody just don't give a fuck, everybody just, say whatever they feel like they want to say, and us Black people cannot have a word, cannot say, oh, don't say this or you're gonna get fired, don't say that or you're gonna get this, or you're gonna miss your job. Like, if that we don't have that power, I feel as if you should not have that power either. Because honestly, I truly believe every culture had their worst history, like something similar to what two races went through, right? And I feel like people should be open to speak upon it however they seem fit, and you guys should not feel like you have to undo and literally break someone's soul and spirit and fire them and their livelihood just because you don't like what they're saying. Because if we're in America, and if I know some of our rules and laws that we have, I could have believed that United States have freedom of speech, right? And I understand that may be your company, that may be your whatever it is, your business, your company, your view, whatever. But I could have sworn in corporate world, religion, having opposite religion and etc. is not a actual reasoning to fire someone. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I could have sworn that's what the corporate rule is, right? So, I don't know. I'm not going to get too deep in that because, listen, there is a big battle between Jewish and Black people, and some people or majority of people may not see it, but there is a low-key competition, like two girls that's supposed to be friends, right? But low key have competition among themselves. You know, that's exactly how Black people in Jew is when it comes to our past history, right? So that is a discussion for another day, another time. I'm not really trying to get too deep into that, but I just wanted to point it out some sprinkles, some glitter onto certain situation. I want to focus more on coworkers, colleagues, the relationship there, because I think a lot of people, uh, they okay. Let me say this because you know what? This is so funny because it has happened several times before, right? With me working, and I noticed that some particular reason, certain managers, certain corporate, leadership or whatever, always make it seem as if all of us have to be friends. When no, no, we don't have to be friends. We have to be able to work together. It don't matter if I like you or not, but I should be able to work with you. Meaning you should be able to do your job and it should not hinder me in my job because you cannot do yours. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to point this out because it is so funny that Candace would say to leave the job amicably. And honestly, I would say, no, you don't. Literally, fuck that job. You know why? Because at the end of the day, when they fire you, they don't give a fuck. Baby, they're going to replace you in a heart fucking beat. Do you hear me? They're going to replace you quickly. They're going to make sure that they're not losing money, okay? They're not worried about, I'm losing a friendship. No job give a fuck that much, okay? Let me tell you that much. No job give a fuck that much about you. Yes, we see each other 8 hours of our fucking day in life. Monday through Friday, we do see you more than our family, right? But that doesn't mean we are friends. It does not mean we're our friends. You know why? Because at the end of the day, it is low-key competition all around. Because we may be at a worker's level, meaning whatever job you're doing, you're an associate, right? Then you get to managerial status. So being a supervisor, someone is being a manager, someone's being a store manager, someone being a district manager, someone's being a regional manager, right? So there's a fucking ladder. And just because we work together and just because we share a couple laughs and we may have stepped out here and there together, whatever, we're not friends. You know why? Because we are low-key competing for a position, right? And also, we do not know each other that much or that well for me to give you a title that we're friends. You know why? Because at the end of the day, will that coworker / friend see that the manager or another associate doing wrong? Will that same friend / coworker stand up for you? Will they speak out and say, hey, manager, no, you're wrong because Tia is the one that is attacking Shalonda? No, it's not right. Shalonda is over here only protecting herself from Tia. No, I don't think that's right. Now, you never hear a coworker that is supposed to be your friend stand up for you. Okay? So this is why we have to stop being so open. And you know what? That happened to me so many times. So many times. I am so upset with myself still because that happened to me so many times. And this is why I left jobs, because I feel as if I view them as friends after working with them for a week or two. just because I want to have someone to talk to when I get there. I don't want to just strictly be about work. Honestly, that's where we need to be at. When it comes to jobs, careers, and etc., we need to be about work, and then we could talk about the geeky ha ha ha's. But at the end of the day, we have to let everyone know at the end of the day, when 5, 6, 7, 9, whatever time you get off, we are not friends, okay? You are just a colleague, okay? I enjoy your company at work. I am grateful for your company at work, but don't get it twisted. We are not friends, okay? Because at the end of the day, it's only one person that can become that manager, okay? It's only that one person that could climb up this ladder. It's not two people climbing the ladder together. You know what I'm saying? So I feel as if everyone needs to have that mindset, because this is where it gets you. Look at poor Candace. Now, I have never agreed on anything Candace have been saying. I pay attention to her because I like to hear other people's opinions, right? Doesn't mean I have to agree with them because it sound right. She sound educated and etc. But I like to hear people's opinion, because then you can actually analyze the world around you and pinpoint what certain things are right and certain things are wrong. Now, yes, Candace have more education. Yes, she was well connected to, high power people. She's into that circle. She could move around, get information, and etc. But at the end of the day, she's not always right. So for me, I don't believe giving a job. If you're going to leave a job, you have to give 2 weeks notice, because when they're firing you, it's immediately. Literally, they fire you at 9 a.m., right? They want you out of that door at 9:01. Gather all your shit. Matter of fact, sometimes they don't even want you to put your shit down. Okay? They tell you, oh, no, you don't have to put nothing down. Just come straight to the office. You can put it on the table. You know why? Because they're going to fire you. Okay? So literally, when they're done having that conversation, literally it lasts about like 5-10 minutes, because trust me, I've seen it several times. I only been fired one time, but that's another story for another time. But they only have you there for 5 to 10 minutes, because either they're waiting on another person to be present as a witness. Then on top of that, they have to run down all of the notes they had about you since you start working. Then they have to tell you the reasoning of your firing. Then they're going to ask you at the end of that, do you have any question? Do you feel like we are wrong? Da 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 da. And then at the end of the day, they have you sign a paper, and they have you escorted out by security. You know what I'm saying? So why do you, when you're leaving a job, you have to give 2 weeks notice, when they didn't give you 2 weeks notice that you're getting fired? They didn't give you the option to quickly locate another job before letting you go, knowing that you have bills just like them, knowing that if you have kids, you got to take care of your kids, knowing that you have a family, you got to take care of your family, making sure you have a roof and food to feed yourself, so you can find another opportunity, because this opportunity had to let you go. So what is the point of leaving on a good note when actually you was never leaving in a good note with that job? You may leave on a good note with people that treated you nicely. That's it. But the actual company, the actual job, you're never leaving on a good note. So there's no need to give them 2 weeks notice. There's no need to tell them, hey, I'm leaving, because they fire you immediately and you never had the opportunity to find another job. Baby, I think Candace is wrong there. I believe that we are not friends when we come to work. Okay? I'm literally at this point at my job currently. Because you know what? I got too comfortable because we was laughing, kiki king. We was hanging out, we was laughing, having a good time. We was joking around. And I thought we was friends. I thought in my head that we was building this trust, this bond, and everyone was still respectful. Everyone still felt as if, our position is what our position is. No one will be disrespectful. And we would literally understand at the end of the day, we have a job to do, right? And everyone needs to be respectful and everyone needs to do their job how they're supposed to do their job, right? And then when job is done, we can key and laugh all day, all we want. You know what I'm saying? But that's not what's happening. So at the end of the day, I have learned when you're at work, you have no friends. You come to work, do your job, and if you find someone you like and that can hold a conversation, you have a conversation with them, you key with them, and then when it's time to clock out, you are not friends. You go home, you mind your business, and you come back and do it again the same day, right? So I think Candace finally learned the lesson where, if I'm going to work for someone, I need to learn I am not friends with them. I come to do my job, and I'm going to do my job, and I'm going to go home. And if I'm at work and we are having a good time, we having a good key, I'll do so respectfully. But we're not friends, okay? So you guys, please let me know how y'all feel about that, because that is my total opinion when it comes to that situation. This is why I don't open up too much with people and tell them my business or whatever. So yeah, share your opinion. Tell me what you think. I literally want to hear it. Okay? See you guys later. Leave your comment down below, and we will talk soon.
Hey, babes. Thanks for tuning in and listening to this episode. Like, share, and follow our podcast if you really enjoyed today's topic, because there's so much more to come, and I don't think you want to miss out. Okay, I didn't think so. Well, babes, see you later on the next episode. Bye.